Let's begin with security matters. Northern governors and traditional rulers on Saturday converged on Kaduna to tackle the worsening insecurity and other critical issues facing the region. The high-level summit focused on insecurity, poverty, the growing number of out-of-school children, and broader socio-economic challenges confronting northern Nigeria. Governors from Kaduna, Zamfara, Kebbi, Gombe, and Niger states attended alongside prominent traditional leaders, including the Sultan of Sokoto, Sahad Abubakar, the Emir of Zazzau, and the Etsu Nupe.
Efforts so far, either as individual state governments or a collective, we cannot overemphasize the critical need to once again address pointedly the twin scourges of poverty and insecurity across the states in the north. Our region once revered as for its rich culture, agricultural abundance, and resilience now bears the heaviest burden of economic deprivation and violent unrest. Millions of our people are trapped in cycles of destitution, with insecurity driving displacement and economic paralysis. This unacceptable reality demands more than rhetoric. It requires decisive, united, and sustained action.
This meeting comes at a critical juncture in our region's history, when the challenges we face demand nothing less than our collective wisdom and decisive action. I want to express my deepest condolences to the governments and peoples of Plateau, Bauchi, Benue, Borno, and Yobe states, and indeed the entire people of northern Nigeria over the recent tragic killings that took place in the various states. This mindless act of violence against innocent citizens reminds us of the urgent need to redouble our security efforts and ensure that adequate security measures are vigorously implemented for the safety of our people. While we commend Mr. President for his sustained commitment to Nigeria's security, we must acknowledge the recent setbacks in our efforts to combat insecurity and other social vices.
To discuss these developments, we are joined by the former chairman Zamfara Committee on Prosecution of Bandits, Abdullahi Shinkafi. Mr. Shinkafi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me in this program.
Yeah. So I'm not particularly sure if you were part of the regional security meeting held today, but then you just listened to some of the governors talk about the killings in the north. How important is the meeting to the lingering insecurity bedeviling the region?
While northern they are experiencing unending security challenges for over decades. So this type of meeting of traditional rulers and the northern state government has been like a habitual meetings of these embassies. The meeting have been taking place since the inception of democracy. Issue of insecurity, issue of agriculture, issue of poverty, economic development in the region. But yet, it has not changed the narratives. So the issue of insecurity in Nigeria has different dimensions. In the northeast, we have Boko Haram and ISIS terrorists. Well, in the northwest, we have 403. In Sokoto State, we have also terrorists, Lakurawa, and also likewise in Kebbi State. In the north central, we have armed banditry, cultists, and Mahmuda. Another terrorist group just emerged. So the issue of the worsening security situation in the northern Nigeria is very, very complex and highly compounded. So we have to issue of meetings. The northern state governors, the traditional rulers cannot change the narratives. Because the power of the Mr. President, who is the commander-in-chief of armed forces of the Federal Republic. And the governors for the since the independence have legalized northern Nigeria. They suppose found a way to improve the economic situation in the country, exploiting abundant agricultural resources, agricultural land, arable lands we have in the northern Nigeria, and the natural resources that is so the abundant sunlight in the rural. So this out of school children and the poverty and the issue of this armed banditry, cultural stealing, kidnapping, ransom, and terrorism in the Northeast, all hands must be on deck to see how we can curtail this situation before it is out of hand. Okay, the resurgence of insurgents in the Yobe and Borno state is another, it has another explanation, where the governor have cried out, but he was downplayed by the Minister of Information and Communication and also one of the spokesmen in the Bila, Boala.
All right, so I understand that you talked about the meetings that have been held, but then we've not seen a change in that. I mean, the president, security chiefs, NGF, Northern Traditional Rulers Council have actually held previous meetings, but then we see the violent attacks that have been on the rise for a couple of years now. Where is the security apparatus getting it wrong in this fight, despite the kinetic and non-kinetic approach to deal with insurgency in the north?
The security apparatus are getting it wrong because of the state of the border, and there's no proper border control. We have a boundary with Cameroon, in Yobe State, in Benue State, in Taraba State, have shared boundary with Cameroon and Chad. And we share boundary in the west with Niger Republic, with Chad Republic, with Benin Republic. And also even in the Kwara and the North Central, they share boundary with the Benin Republic. So there is population of small arms and light weapons into our land border. And this porosity of the border, more than 290 borders are only approved legal borders, routes. But more than 1,600 are illegal routes. So it is easier because of the border, no border control guards. So it is very easy to smuggle these illicit drugs and arms and ammunition to the Nigerian shop. And the issue of corruption, you see the securities are always complaining of funds. But for the first states, security and defense take a lion's share of with the it has mismatched with the performance of the security agencies. And there is inter-agency among the security agencies. So these are some of the challenges in the fight against insecurity in the northern Nigeria, also in Nigeria at large.
All right, so, Abdullahi.
There is need for the security.
Yes, before I let you go, I just wanted to quickly ask this before I let you go, Abdullahi. Now, it's quite an unpopular demand. A lot of things that you've mentioned right now as the bane of the insecurity in the north. Don't you think that the president should also declare a state of emergency to ramp up efforts in dealing with the criminal elements devastating the north?